Pero gusto ko na magpahuli para at least nasa akin na yung full time. Pero hindi ako aalis dito hanggang hindi ko po natatapos lahat ng presentation natin. Ano sabi ko sa inyo? Di ba sabi ko sa inyo? Hahabulin kayo ng pagkakataon. Gamitin nyo yung tama, gawin nyo yung tama. Kasi taong bayan ang sisingilin natin ng sobra na sinasabi ng APIRA, hindi bebede. Kailangan just and reasonable rate for the consumers. Yung pong closing RAB ng third regulatory period at ginawa niyong 196 billion. Ang sabi niyo, Commissioner, ikaw, si Digal at si Lumbatan, ang sabi niyo, tama ang decision ng RAAC. Ngayon, ang tinatanong ko sa iyo, bakit niyo itinaas ng 23 billion? Hindi pa tapos, pabayaran na natin sa taong bayan. Ito ang binabanggit ng desisyon ninyo. Ang tanong ko, bakit magkakaproblema kayo? Ako mismo, magpapile na rin talaga ako ng kaso against you. Bakit niyo po kino-question ang validity? Dahil gusto niyong ipakarga sa taong bayan.
Point of clarification lang po, Mr. Chair.
Akala ko idadagdag sa oras mo mamaya.
Hindi, he's yielding his time.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Presentation.
He's not a senior citizen, you have 5 minutes.
Kasi naputol po ako, pinutol niyo ako, Chairman, kanina eh. So, pero gusto ko na magpahuli para at least nasa akin na yung full time. Pero hindi ako aalis dito hanggang hindi ko po natatapos lahat ng presentation natin. Anyway,
Mr. Chair, with due respect,
Mr. Chairman,
to Mr. Chair, just a clarification with due respect to Chairman Dan Fernandez. If a member yields his time to another member, does that mean that the sequence of interpellator will go as in order? Because or idadagdag na lang po yung oras. For example, when the time comes that Chairman Dan Fernandez will be asking his interpellator.
Yes, the procedure is the slot. If they yield the time, the slot is taken over by another member.
Okay, akala ko idadagdag lang yun sa oras.
That's
kaya
what
mas
I
mataas.
thought until I was corrected by the COMSEC. Thank you,
Mr. Chair.
So,
Thank you, Chairman Dan.
Thank you. So, the Honorable Dan, 5 minutes.
okay. Recap po tayo, no? Kasi naputol po tayo kanina. So, again, yung pong third regulatory period, Mr. Chairman, ay yung tinatawag po natin kung ano yung taripa na ginamit po ng NGCP. Okay. So, there ay na-compute po ng consultant ng ERC yung sinasabi po nilang closing RAB, kung ano po yung tamang computation ng kanilang total asset. Kasama na po depreciation and everything. Now, ang sabi po nila ng RAAC at NCL, ang kanilang closing RAB for the third regulatory period is 173 billion. And sa application po ng NGCP, ang kanilang application is 196 billion para po sa kanilang tinatawag na opening RAB doon po sa fourth regulatory period. That is exactly 196.69 billion na nakalagay po doon sa kanilang draft final determination. And kanina nga po ay nagkakaroon ng tanungan sila Congressman Rupus and also sa ERC kung bakit daw itong ating pong tinatawag na draft final determination ay naka-out doon po sa kanilang website for the consumption ng ating pong mga consumer. Kasi nga ang desisyon ng mga korte, no, ay bawal yung ginagawang paglalabas, no, ng partial decision, no. But I would like to be educated on this mismo na Dimalanta, no. What was the reason? Bakit nilabas nyo yung partial initial determination noong September 13, 2023 at nilabas nyo naman yung draft final determination noong August 21, 2024. What is the very main reason why na inilabas natin to? Kasi kung ako tatanungin mo, better sa akin na nilabas to. Why? Kasi nakita ko yung difference nung dalawa nito. Disadvantages talaga sa ating mga consumers. Sobra. And as a matter of fact, kung babasahin mo itong final na to, yung final determination, lumalabas dito that even the consumers hindi kasama doon sa ginawang hearing ng what you call this, ng ERC, because as I have read this, wala po doon yung mga consumer group, Ang nandun lamang po ay ang NGCP lawyer na si Faustino something ba yun, I forgot, Bautista, at yung NGCP, and then the PISAM and the Transco. But never na naandun po yung ating pong mga consumer. Now, what is the very essence why this draft final determination was released in your website?
Mr. Chair, the rule that requires publication of draft determinations has been there from the original rules of ERC setting the transmission wheeling rates. I think personal na po ito. It really it is a commitment, not just an attempt on the part of the Commission to adhere to principles of transparency in setting the rates, particularly of regulated entities. This time around po, baka po ang sinasabi nilang nag-iba, kasi po merong draft partial kami, tapos draft final na pinost. Kasi po, nabanggit na rin kanina, instead po of the original 5-year period, naging 7 po, kasi po, hindi nga po nakapag-reset yung ERC dati. So, to address po the question directly, it is in adherence to the principles of transparency and giving our public the ability to comment on the drafts, on the rates that will result from this exercise of the ERC. Maka-comment lang po ako dun sa punto about consumers, Mr.
Sige,
Chair.
go ahead, ma'am.
Opo. Bukas naman po yung proseso sa consumer. Siguro po, tine-check ko lang nga po kung wala kaming intervenor na consumer group. But there were consumer individuals that submitted comments and participated as intervenors in the proceedings.
Okay.
Meron pong si former Commissioner Non participated. There was NASECOR, who's also a consumer group that were admitted as intervenors.
Okay, dito sa nirelease nyo sa inyong website, ang sinasabi po dito, ang opening ROB is 173.41 billion in accordance doon sa inassess ng ating pong RAAC saka NCL. But dito po sa naging final and draft ninyo, lumalabas po ng 196.69 billion, a difference of 23 billion. Ang pinag-uusapan pa lang natin dito, opening and closing ROB. So in other words, mataas po ang closing and opening ROB ng 23 billion. So in other words, tataas ang presyo ng rate para sa transmission. Dahil mataas po yung opening ROB. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, siguro hindi sa'yo, doon sa ating pong mga majority, no? Sa majority, kay Commissioner Puentes, anong reason bakit nyo itinaas yung pong closing and opening ROB na kung saan kinompute po ito ng ating RAAC at ng ating pong NCL na kung saan binayaran natin ng 40 million at 12 million para sa ginagawa po nilang evaluation and assessment ng lahat ng mga properties ng ating pong NGCP, bakit itinaas natin ng 23 billion?
Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
That's addressed to whom?
Commissioner Puentes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, Mr. Chair, when we issued the PID, there was already a reservation.
Can you speak louder, please?
There was already a reservation noted in the PID that the beginning balance that used and recommended by the RAAC is that I do not agree on that because there was a decision made by the previous commission on the beginning of 2010 regulatory period. There was already an approved beginning balance, and that was used to roll forward the regulatory asset base to become the opening RAB on the 4th RP.
Ang sinasabi mo, Commissioner, ay forecasting sa 2009. Kailangan yung forecast ang gagamitin natin.
No, Mr. Chair, ang nangyari po, meron pong approved opening RAB in the 3rd RP. So that was used to roll forward to the opening RAB. It was used to close.
What was the approved opening RAB? Or closing, ano yan, opening or closing RAB?
Opening RAB. Actually,
ng third regulatory period?
Yes, because the RAAC used the SKM valuation, the 2008, but there was an approved opening RAB in the 3rd regulatory period. And it is already...
No, wait.
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Puentes, we are talking about third regulatory period, closing RAB. I'm not talking about the opening RAB of the 2011 to 2015 opening RAB.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the closing. So, para maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, yung buong asset. Kasi yung sinasabi mong opening, nanggaling yun doon sa second regulatory period eh. Yun ang ginamit natin na parang opening ng third regulatory period. Now, matapos ang 5 taon, matatapos sa 2015, closing RAB na tayo. So, andun na po yung depreciation, andun na yung mga bagong equipments, andun na yung mga bagong projects. Now, ngayon, meron na tayong closing RAB. Ito na yung pinakakumpletong asset ng ating pong NGCP na magiging move forward tayo sa 2016. Yun ang gagamitin natin sa opening ng fourth regulatory period. Ngayon, ang tinatanong ko sa iyo, bakit nyo itinaas ng 23 billion, okay, yung pong closing RAB ng third regulatory period at ginawa nyo 196 billion? Kasi yun ang nag-manifest dito sa inyong decision eh. Dito sa inyong partial initial determination. Ang sabi nyo, Commissioner, ikaw, si Digal at si Lumbatan, ang sabi nyo, tama ang decision ng RAAC. Dapat, ang gamitin po natin sa computation, yung mga project na use and useful. Sinabi nyo dito eh, ang kailangan gamitin natin mga project sa computation ng ating opening RAB para sa fourth regulatory period ay use and useful, efficient ng mga project. Yun ang sinabi nyo dito. Then, suddenly, dito sa decision nyo, sa final determination, sinabi nyo, hindi, as spent, lahat ng project ng NGCP, no, lahat ng kanilang mga capex, hindi pa tapos, pabayaran na natin sa taong bayan. Ito ang binabanggit ng desisyon ninyo. Ang tanong ko, bakit?
Mr. Chair, if I may, in the draft final determination, section 4.2.3, it was stated on how we adopted for this purpose the draft final determination. Why we adopted the 196 because of the use. If I may explain, there was an opening RAB in the third regulatory period. So that opening RAB came from the closing RAB of the second regulatory period. And now, the consultant used the 2008, wherein it was not even the closing RAB of the second regulatory period. Furthermore, there was an approved opening RAB for the third regulatory period in the final determination of the third regulatory period. So this figure was used to roll forward the assets in the third regulatory period that resulted to the closing RAB of the third regulatory period and to become the opening RAB of the fourth regulatory period.
How much is that?
Commissioner Fuentes, wait, please, I have still the floor. Please, Commissioner Fuentes, huwag mo akong paikot-ikutin. Okay.
I'm sorry
Alam mo,
about
ang
that,
tinatanong
Chair.
ko is closing, not the opening.
Yes.
Hindi na makaka-apekto yung opening mo dun sa closing eh. Kasi ang closing, ito na yung total eh, ng asset eh. Ito na yun eh. So, nag-evaluate ang RAAC at ang NCL. Ang sabi nila, 173 billion. Bakit tayo magbabayad ng 40 million saka 12 million? Tapos hindi natin sila pakikinggan. Saka, eto, Commissioner Fuentes, Commissioner Digal, Commissioner Lumbatan. Meron tayong actual and historical data and information. Ibig sabihin, tapos na kasi ang 2016 hanggang 2022 na kinoconsider natin sa fourth regulatory period. Tapos na eh. So, nag-apply ang NGCP. O, ito na mga datos namin. Ito na yung mga project namin. Ito na yung CAPEX namin. Ito na yung OPEX namin. Ito na yung taxes namin. Ito na yung depreciation namin. Kumpleto. Kukumputin na lang nila. Ang sabi nila, at ang sabi ng NCL, saka ng RAAC, 173 billion. Now, ang tanong, bakit ginawang 196? Yung dun sa final determination. Okay? We're just talking about the opening and closing RAB. We're not talking about yet the CAPEX. Ha? Sa CAPEX, ang laki ng application nila na pinaboran yung tatlo. Bakit? Unahin natin yung opening RAB. Bakit nag-jump ng 23 billion? Give me justifiable reason. Why? Samantalang yon ang recommendation ng RAAC. Yon ang recommendation ng NCL.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Please reply.
I will try again on the opening RAB portion.
Mr. Chairman, don't try to confuse this committee. Because ang parang, nanggaya yung sa 2000, sa second regulatory yung opening. Okay yun. Tapos na yun eh. Ito na yung computation eh. Nagsimula kayo sa 2011. Ito ang asset ng NGCP. Okay, nagpagawa sila ng mga project. Oh, eto na. Nag-close na tayo. Magko-close na tayo sa asset natin. Ito yung asset natin. At sa computation nila, sinabi nila 173. And even the two, Commissioner Maceda and Mona Lisa, agreed with the consultant. And the three of you agreed also dito sa partial initial determination. Pero binago nyo pagdating sa final. Ngayon, ang tanong, kung hindi mo masagot, Commissioner Digal, pakita natin yung ating yung final determination para dun sa proposal ng NGCP para sa kanilang CAPEX. Phase 1, yung phase 1. Yan, sige. Medyo zoom lang natin. So mga kasama, ito yung NGCP proposal na submitted nila sa ERC. Yan po yung tinatawag na, pakisumpa ng konti. Unahin muna natin sa itaas. So yan ang tinatawag nating annual revenue requirement. Yan po nagde-determine kung yan lahat ng computation na bilyon yan, ang katumbas po na yan, nababayaran po natin is 1 peso o minsan 0.90 cents per kilowatt hour. Lahat ng pinag-uusapan natin, bilyon piso na yan. Ang katumbas lang po niyan, piso o minsan 90 cents pa. Ngayon, ayan po ang proposal nila. Ang proposal po ng NGCP, which the three of you adopted, 35 billion sa 2016 ang kanila pong return on capital. Yan po kasama na dyan yung kanilang CAPEX. Sa 2017, 36. Sa 2018, 38. Sa 2019, 41. Tandaan ninyo, ito po ay historical. Ito po ay nangyari na. Ito po ay i-compute na lang ng inyong consultant na binayaran ninyo ng 40 million at 12 million tapos hindi nyo susundin. Ngayon, kung sakasakali na 183.4 billion ang gagamitin ninyo, makaka-refund tayo ng almost 95 to 100 billion. Nasaan ang ninyo? Nasaan ang puso nyo dito? Nung kayo pumunta sa aking opisina, isa lamang ang biniling ko sa inyo. Andun kayo lahat. Kasama si Chairman Mona Lisa, kasama si Catherine Maceda. Ano sabi ko sa inyo? Di ba sabi ko sa inyo? Hahabulin kayo ng pagkakataon. Gamitin nyo yung tama, gawin nyo yung tama. Kasi taong bayan ang sisingilin natin ng sobra na sinasabi ng APIRA, hindi bebede. Kailangan just and reasonable rate for the consumers. Now, please, explain. Kasi naniniwala ako, doon sa last hearing na sinabi ni Chairman Mona Lisa, magkakaroon pa kayo ng, I don't know, is it a final decision? Can you kindly explain to me? Kasi ako, sa ngayon, kapag yan ang ginawa ninyo, pinasingil nyo yung 204 billion sa CAPEX at yung 23 billion para doon sa opening RAB, magkakaproblema kayo. Ako mismo, magpapile na rin talaga ako ng kaso against you. Ma'am, can you kindly explain?
The process for requires,
Chairman Lisa, you have the floor.
Mr. Chair, the process requires that after the public consultation, which was already concluded, our staff evaluated the comments and now it's up to the final evaluation po of the commission. Whether we approve this, we uphold this, we make adjustments based on the comments received from all the stakeholders. So may meeting pa po kami about
So may chance pa. So bakit kayo pumirma dito ng 3? Binasa nyo ba to? Commissioner Digal?
Yes, if I may.
Yes, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, Your Honor. I believe the slide that you showed earlier was pertaining to a partial initial determination.
Tama.
So that's provided po under the rules that we issued that. It's akin to what we call a provisional approval. We all do that for all cases po. It's not unique for NGCP.
But, Commissioner, in the draft final determination, kung ano yung pinirmahan nyo doon, binawi nyo dito. At dito, sinasabi nyo, yung mga proyekto na sobra, 204 billion na ikakagawa sa tao, i-consider nyo as spent. At yun ang recommendation sa inyo ng NGCP. Am I correct? Application nila yan. Balik nyo yung ano. That's the application of NGCP.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, if I may be allowed,
Yeah, sige, go ahead.
a variance between a partial initial determination or a PA up to between the PA and the final authority, hindi naman po yan unique dito sa kaso na to. We have given provisional approvals din po sa ibang application, pero pagdating po ng final, iba po yon. And
Commissioner, variance, ha? You're talking about variance? A
Apo.
variance of 204 billion and a variance of 222 billion? Are you kidding me?
hindi po yan unique na nangyayari. Pwede lang pong iba yung amount, pero nangyayari po na iba yung provisional approval sa final po.
Alam mo, Commissioner, huwag mo akong paikutin. Sige. Page 2. Page 2. Ayan. Sa page 2, makikita mo dyan yung application. Application kasi ng NGCP to, in-apply eh. At lahat ng in-apply ng NGCP, inaprubahan po ninyo. Nung una, inaprubahan ninyo, tapos nung huli, 2 na lang yung natira sa inyo. Anyway, like for example, dito sa page 3 pala, page 3. Gusto ko lang malaman na kung what have you done dito sa page 3. Yan, katulad sa public relation and corporate social responsibility. Yung kanilang public relation and representation, nag-equate to ng almost 2.5 billion. Yung sa kanilang representation and entertainment, 800 million. Inaprubahan nyo ba to? Kayo nagkaroon ng proposal ng 387. Doon muna tayo sa CAPEX. Ng 387. Doon muna tayo sa CAPEX. Bakit ang CAPEX niyo po?
1 minute.
Ha? Bakit po 196 billion po yung inyong pinropose na hindi pa naman po siya tapos, pinopropose niyo po? Attorney, ba't po kayo nagpropose ng 196 billion na CAPEX na kung saan ay kasama po dito ang iba't ibang mga proyekto ng 2016 to 2020 na hindi pa po tapos ay gusto niyo nang pabayaran sa taong bayan?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Doon po sa, may nasasabi lang po kasi kanina, na lahat po ng in-apply namin, approved by ERC kaagad. Hindi po lahat. In fact, I am asking our finance to check. Kasi meron pa po kaming malalaking projects po, Congressman, 11 projects ni hindi nila sinama. And secondly, doon po sa
attorney,
okay, yeah, okay.
Ang tinatanong ko po sa inyo, sa 196 billion, sabi ng RAAC saka NCL, ang approval lang po nila doon sa CAPEX is 99 billion, hindi po 196 katulad ng in-apply po ninyo. Bakit po ang in-apply nyo ay lahat ng hindi tapos ay sisingilin sa taong bayan? Yun po tinatanong ko eh. Kasi yung application nyo nakalagay sa dokumento na sinabmit po ninyo.
Okay.
So 196 po yung apply nyo na hindi tapos, sisingilin natin sa taong bayan. Kaya nga, sobra po eh. Ang tanong ko nga po sa inyo, bakit po kayo nag-apply ng mga proyektong hindi tapos ay kailangang bayaran na ng taong bayan? Yun ang tanong ko po.
Okay po. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, may I answer that? Yung, kasi po yung second regulatory period, yung third regulatory period, as spent po yung process na in-apply. So, we applied on the basis of that because even when we came in, even during transco time, ang nakita po namin is as spent yung inaalaw na methodology. From the perspective po of the investor, kaya yun din ang those are the rules po eh. Yun ang rules ng ERC. So doon po namin in-apply yun.
Okay.
From can I continue po?
Nakuha ko na po yung sagot niya.
Okay.
So ang sinasabi niyo po, dahil ito po ang rules nung second regulatory and third regulatory period na sinasabi, pwede yun eh. Pwede na yung mga hindi pa tapos, ikarga na natin sa taong bayan. Sabi, pwede. But, in the fourth regulatory period, I'm pretty sure you are aware. Aware po kayo na may rules ang fourth regulatory period.
Opo.
According sa Article 4, hindi po allow. And if I may read, attorney, ito sinasabi, ERC will evaluate the actual expenditure of the regulated entity for the fourth regulatory period by examining its necessity and efficiency to ensure its consistency with the principles and provision of these rules in determining the annual revenue requirement. So ngayon, ang tanong ko sa iyo, attorney, yung bang hindi tapos is efficient and necessity?
Ang tingin po namin opo.
Ang tanong ko po, attorney, yung hindi tapos na proyektong isinabmit nyo po sa inyong application, yung po ba ay efficient na?
Kailangan po namin, necessary po yan. Necessary po yung
hindi pa nga
project.
po siya tapos, paano siya naging necessary? Eh kung hindi nyo matapos, binayaran na ng tao yan eh. So, ang tanong po dito, Mr. Attorney Sagayo, hindi pa po siya efficient eh. Hindi pa siya useful. Hindi pa siya commissioned eh. Why do you have to charge the consumer?
Mr. Chairman,
Isipin nyo, Attorney Sagayo, you're charging us sa opening RAB 23 billion exceed. Sa CAPEX, 204 billion ang charge nyo sa taong bayan. Ang tanong ko, bakit? Ang inalaw lang po sa inyo ng RAAC saka NCL para sa inyong CAPEX, alam nyo kailan? 13.3 billion kasi yun ang tapos noong 2016 to 2020. Pero sa application nyo, 179 billion ang sinisingil nyo po sa taong bayan. So ngayon, ang tanong ko po, attorney, ang rules sinasabi, hindi pwede. Ba't kayo nag-apply?
no, Mr. Chairman, if I, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Chairman, but even in the rules, fourth regulatory period, it's suspend.
Mr. Chairman,
May I ask from the Chairman, as it's suspend, it's...
ito na nga po, binasa ko na sa inyo, attorney. Hindi nyo ba nadinig? Ang sabi ko, Article 4, under the rules of the Commission for setting the transmission rates, provide, kukumpletohin ko po, other than the setting of transmission rates for the subsequent regulatory periods, this article shall govern the setting of transmission rates for the fourth regulatory period, covering the period from January 1, 2016 to December 31, 2022. ERC, again, will evaluate the actual expenditure of the regulated entity for the fourth regulatory period by examining the efficiency of the projects to ensure its consistency with the principles of the provision of these rules that was approved by the ERC. Yun ang sinasabi ko po. In the first place, dapat hindi po kayo nag-apply ng gano'n dahil may rules ang ERC at sinasabi nila, oh, hindi pa pwede itong itong hindi tapos And these three commissioners agreed with you.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, insofar as those rules actually are concerned, we have a pending petition with the Supreme Court questioning the validity of the rules. set by the Energy
Bakit
Regulatory
niyo po
Commission.
kino-question ang validity? Dahil gusto niyong ipakarga sa taong bayan. Yung
Hindi po.
ano pong reason bakit niyo po kino-question ang validity ng rules ng
Mr.
ERC?
Okay.
Article 4. Are we talking about Article 4?
Correct,
The rules
Mr.
of
Chairman.
the transmission
Correct.
billing rates?
Correct, Mr. Chairman.
What is your reason behind why you are questioning yung mga proyekto na hindi pa po tapos ay ikakarga na sa taong bayan?
Mr. Chairman, under the IPIRA, it is clearly stated that the rate-setting methodology should be internationally accepted. And it is mentioned there, RORB,
What provision?
under the IPIRA. Check mo.
I will state your provision that states otherwise. EPIRA, Section 34F, that in determining the rate base, the Transco or any distribution utility shall not be allowed to include management inefficiencies like cost of project delays. Ang liwanag, 34F, tignan mo.
Hanapan mo. No.
Ang sabi, hindi pwede na ang transmission utility ikakarga yung mga management inefficiencies like mga project delays. Oh, delay yung mga project nyo, hindi pa tapos eh. Kinakarga nyo na sa amin eh. Bakit?
Mr. Chairman, I agree. For delays attributable to us, I agree with that. But for delays not attributable to us, I beg to differ. Most especially, for example, narinig ko po kanina, Mr. Chairman, yung MVIP. Ang sabi po, delayed po kami dyan. May I ask ERC, paulit-ulit kanina po yung MVIP na delayed kami. And it was one of the cases na na-charge kami ng project delay. May I ask the Honorable ERC if we were penalized insofar as MVIP is concerned?
Attorney Sagaya, no?
Attorney,
Kasi
wait.
medyo-
The time is still with the Honorable Dan Fernandez. One more minute.
So
we will
lang,
have to
Attorney
move.
Sagaya, para
So
tayo...
the question, we will ask the question
Yes,
later
para
on.
tayo magkaintindihan. Attorney
1
Sagaya,
minute.
it's like this, Attorney Paul. Okay, wala namang pong problema yan eh. Kung yung mga proyektong yan talagang kailangan ng ating pong transmission facilities, walang problema. Ibig sabihin, tapusin nyo lang muna. Tapos saka po natin ikarga sa taong bayan. Kasi kung hindi po tapos, kasi may rules ang ERC eh, sinasabi nila, pag hindi tapos, huwag nyo ikarga.
Okay.
Di ba?
Opo.
Oh, kasi sinabi po ng EPIRA eh. At yung pong EPIRA na gumawa, kumbaga, siya yung ating mother law na lahat ay ating sinusunod, eh in violation tayo. And even these commissioners who have signed the draft final determination, they are in fault. Why? Because pinayagan nila yun sa inyo eh. Na over 204 billion. Di mo ba?
Oh,
So we can agree on this, Attorney Paul
Yeah,
Sagaya,
correct. Yeah.
na sana po, sana, I don't know, but you have to decide, the ERC. Hindi naman po tayo makakapagkaroon ng finality. I know that you will be defending your reasoning, but that is kung titignan mo ang sinasabi ng batas, hindi po tayo umaayon sa sinasabi ng 34F. At yun po sinasabi ko sa inyo, dahil ang sinasabi po, hindi po pwedeng ikarga yung mga project na delay. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to dwell with another issue, no? Para at least nabigyan naman po tayo ng...
Last question, Sir Dan.
Hindi, paano magiging last question to?
Opo, meron na kayong 5 minutes kasi take over lang kayo sa oras.
Mr. Chairman,
yes. Mr. Chairman, so...
So we will have to, I'll ask you one more question, then we will have
Mr. Chairman, siguro mamaya lang po uli para at least tuloy-tuloy po
Diretso, okay.
ang aking pong momento. Maraming salamat, Mr.
Thank you
Chairman.
very much.
Again, sir. Mga Mona Lisa, sana po sa susunod na hearing po, kasi sana po tapos na po. And also the weighted average cost of capital, kung ano po talaga yung tama. At at the same time, yung pong mga commissioners, you still have the chance para baguhin po yung 204 billion na sobra at yung 23 billion na opening RAB for the fourth regulatory period. Sana po baguhin po natin. Otherwise, hindi po ako nakikialam sa desisyon nyo. Kung ang desisyon nyo po ganun pa rin, so be it. So be it. But I'm telling you, alam na po ng taong bayan kung ano nangyayari. At hindi po kami papayag na sobra ang gagawin sa paniningil ng NGCP. Maraming po salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dan Fernandez.